Man, welcome back tonight. Sitting in the house with your main man, the one and only Coach Tony. Man, this is season number 3, episode 315, and this is going to be an epic episode. Trust me, tonight we're going to have a guest tonight that you're going to absolutely love. But before we get into everything, tonight we had to give my girl, my co-host, my ride or die, Val, the voice, an opportunity to take a little break. So producing my show tonight, executive producing this show tonight, is my son, the one and only Little Tone. Tone, come on to the stage real quick, man. Let's introduce you to the people real quick, man.
Hey,
Man, what's going on with you?
how you doing?
Man, I'm wonderful, man. How you feel about producing this show tonight?
I'm just excited to be here.
Man, that's good. Well, Tony's, for everybody, Tony's got his own thing going on called PR Visuals. Tell them a little bit about what you're doing in your content writing and all that.
Oh, I do a little bit of videography, photography, and try to do sports as well too. And try to do like clothing brands, but I do a little bit of everything. Though.
Okay, where you in school at right now?
I go to MTSU for video and film,
Okay, what school is that again?
Middle Tennessee University.
Tennessee State. Okay, well, that's good. Well, listen, we're looking forward to an exciting show. Make sure you guys follow him, as he said, prvisualsbookings.com. Make sure he gets put that throughout the night tonight. Appreciate you, Tone. Drop back. We're going to get this rolling, baby. Man, as I just said, man, we were looking for an exciting show tonight with your man, the one and only Coach Tony. You know, besides having Tony do this thing and giving Val the voice a break, it's going to be absolutely nice. My guy tonight, coming from way south of the border, Florida, by the way, of Ole Miss, and then a couple of stops in the league. We're going to talk about that. But before we do, instead of me saying Val, man, I got to say Little Tone. You know what to do. Man, drop it.
It's the Pull Up Podcast. It's the Pull Up Podcast. It's the Pull Up Podcast. Pull up, pull up. It's the Pull Up Podcast. It's the Pull Up Podcast. It's the Pull Up Podcast. Pull up, pull up. Bounce the voice and Coach Tony, you know. It's the Pull Up Podcast. Show. I said bounce the voice and Coach Tony, you know. It's the Pull Up Podcast. Show. It's the Pull Up Podcast. It's the Pull Up Podcast.
Man. Welcome back to the Pull Up Podcast Show with your main man, the one and only Coach Tony, as we give you quarter by quarter of sports information. But a couple of things as we get started. Please make sure you do 1, like us, 2, share us, and 3, subscribe to the show. Tonight's guest, as I just mentioned to you, coming from the Tampa, Florida area, by the way, of Largo High School, where he was killing it, putting up some numbers right there that led him on to the University of Ole Miss and playing football on special teams and a running back that put his numbers across the yard. And also my guest last week, Scotty Rogers, who was the VP of communication for the Cotton Bowl, said, don't you forget to mention this brother was a straight up Hall of Famer for the Cotton Bowl. He then went on, had a tremendous career in the NFL, and now he's doing some fitness. I don't want to spoil it for you, but let's bring to the stage my guy, the one and only Dexter McCluster. Come on up in here, baby.
What's up, brother, man?
Man, what's good? Hey, what these people don't know is me and you carry them sticks in our trunk just in case we need to hit them 18 holes of links, man.
Yes, indeed. No, yes, indeed. Hey, but you might have the upper hand on me on that one, but hey, I'm catching up.
You work. I told you I'm about to grind on you. I keep telling
sir.
people, don't sleep on my game. I'll be getting my golf in, man.
I'll be checking you out now.
Hey, man, how you doing tonight?
Man, I'm doing pretty good, man. Just moving and grooving, just doing what I can to make that mark and make that presence. That's all.
Man, first of all, I appreciate you. I know you hustling like me, doing basketball season. It's football season right now, man. Tell the people a little bit, where are you coaching at right now?
Yeah, right now I'm at Franklin High School, going into my 4th year of high school coaching. This is my first year here. I did 3 years at Independence High School here in Middle Tennessee, man. But you know, I ran over from the field onto the podcast, baby. Hey, at least I can still run. You know what I'm saying? I feel pretty good getting over there. I had that bounce still.
Hey, y'all just heard him, man. He under my. I got him as I'm his agent. I'm a super agent, so He
Yeah,
still
yeah,
got a
yeah.
few years left in him, so y'all better call me. Y'all need him. Let me know.
Yes, indeed. Now, come
You know,
on. Now, I got 1 or 2 punt returns left. I'm gonna get you 10.
they go get at least 10, hey,
Come on
15,
now.
15 to 20 if they slip it.
Come on now. Then if they slipping, I'm dipping.
Hey man, let's take this way back. Go back down. And I just came back from your back door, by the way, man. A couple weeks ago, I had the family down, man. Went down to Tampa, man, and had a beautiful time, man, and just kicked it. You came up out of Largo High School. Let's take the people way back to high school, man. Was that the only sport you played, or when did you know that football was where you wanted to be?
Yes, sir. So, growing up in high school, well, I'll take a little step back. Growing up at 7 years old, man, I knew it was something that I loved. I knew it was something that I was skilled at, and I just kind of nurtured that and worked hard. And Largo, Florida is where I'm from, a small town outside of Tampa. And like I said, at the age of 10, I knew I had something special in me, and I was able to go to high school, the same high school my father graduated from. He was a running back, a little bigger than me. He was 6 foot, 225, but the skill
Okay.
set was there. So I always wanted to follow his path and maybe take that a little further. So Largo High School, man, I definitely made my mark there, being the first in Pinellas County to rush for over 2,000 yards. And actually, my senior year, I had 39 touchdowns and rushed for 2,590 yards, man. So it was
Woo,
fun, man. I knew at a young
woo.
age. Knew at a young age, man.
Pick them up, put them down, man.
Pick
So
them up, put them down.
hey,
If
hey,
you
hey,
slipping, like I said, it's over with.
what
You
was
close
your
your
favorite
eyes.
move? What was your favorite? Was it the juke? Was it the hesitation? Did you
Nah,
freeze
nah,
them?
that spin move. That spin move. I,
Oh,
I I knew I knew how to set it up just right, man. And if you blank, you miss.
yeah, right. Yeah. Hey, they
Yes,
think
sir.
they got you, and they didn't got the left or the right shoulder pad. And in the meanwhile, they look up and you
Yes,
downfield.
indeed. They send that McCluster on the back of the jersey. Well, high school we didn't have that, but Ole
Right,
Miss they send that McCluster on the back of the jersey after that.
right. High school, like this old school saying, you don't play for the name on the back, you play for the name on the front.
That's a fact. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So you was giving it to them like that.
Giving it
When
to
you
them.
end up getting up in high school and you started to play, what ended up determining that you were going to be a running back and then going to be on special teams as a punt return? Was that something that coach came to? Somebody got hurt in high school at Largo, or were you guys pretty good as a team? Did y'all make it to the state or anything of that nature?
Nah, so we were definitely good. We definitely competed with some of the best. We had some dogs on both sides of the field. Also at that punt return, kick return. But I was always a running back. The smaller running back was not really quote unquote accepted then, or it was hard to see somebody that small doing the things that I was doing at the running back position in high
Right.
school early on. So I've never returned kicks in high school except for one game. It was our rival, and they put me at punt return. Final desperation play, and the coach talked to me back maybe a year or so ago and said he told his punter, "Do not kick it to Dexter," and he kicked it to me. And actually, I scored my first punt return ever in high school. I scored a touchdown, and once I scored a touchdown, I turned around and looked and said, "Ain't that something?" And fast
Right.
forward, all the way throughout my career, I ended up making the Pro Bowl as a punt returner. So I've always
Man.
been an athlete, man, and whatever I can be, whatever I can do, I'm gonna do it at 100%.
That's crazy. And being in the county down there, because man, trust me, dog. I sent my
Yes,
nephew
sir.
down to Dade County, up in some in Tallahassee. So
Yep.
who else was down there at the time in high school when you was playing? Who else was down there that ended up breaking out, having a big career out of high school that went on to play big ball that played in around the same time you did?
Well, in my area, I probably was like, maybe one of the
Only
most
one?
notable
Okay.
ones. But
But
you
what
had
about in the Tampa, like in the Tampa area, St. Pete, any of that stuff
yeah,
like
you
that?
well, I take it a little further. You had Jeff Demps. Oh, not
Okay.
Jeff Demps. I forgot his first name. It might have been Jeff Demps, but Demps. I think he played for Florida. You had what's the other running back from Shucks? It was a few of them. I can't name them by name now, man. But again, like in Florida, it's something in the water. We are natural born competitors. In one area in Florida, you chasing chickens. That was my town. One area in Florida, you're chasing rabbits. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So we got that agility, we got that speed, and we got that grit. And I think that's what kind of separates us from a lot of places, man. Just that grit, that grind, and just that no let up, no quit. You're not gonna beat me too many times attitude.
Man, I love it.
Yes.
In the picture we're looking at right now, for those that don't know, I'm
Key
talking
to
to
the
my
city, baby.
homeboy Dexter McCluster. They gave you the key to the city, boy.
Man, I don't know what door it unlocks,
Hey, I
but
know
I'm
because I'm
appreciative.
telling you right now. I was down there, man. We was kicking it. We down there. I went out to the casino. Had a nice time around. You get that key, man. I'm rolling with you, man. Whatever do it,
Come
unlock.
on, hey, I come pick you up. We good. Stays good everywhere.
Man, I'm telling you that. How did that make you feel, man, when you was offered that honor, the key to the
Yeah.
city, man?
Yeah, man, it was a great feeling. Me growing up there, Largo, this little dude here playing from Pop Warner football on
Right.
to middle school, on to high school, and then now they turn around and giving me the key to the city.
Yes.
And the only thing I really did was just I worked hard, man. I just every practice I played like a game. I had my teammates telling me to slow down at a young age. Hey, we don't play till this day. We don't play to that day. But it was just something in me to where, you know what, at the end of the day, I'm just gonna work harder than everybody because I knew everybody was looking at this little guy like, nah, he can't do it. But
Right.
that's what kind of fueled that fire, man. So just getting the key to the city, it made me feel so accomplished and so proud just to be from there and have that given to me, man. It's unbelievable, man.
Yeah, I
It
know
was
Dad was super duper proud, man, running
yeah,
back with
man.
his son.
Pops, I
Doing
see
something.
Pops now with the little gold tooth over there, just smiling. You know what I mean? Yeah, man.
He's like,
He was
already
definitely
got it. That's my boy. That's my boy right there with that key.
yeah, that's mine. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Yeah. So it was awesome, man. And going to my dad, that was my hero. Like I said, he was a running back at the high school that I was at. He also went to college, and when I was born, he came back home, and he never went back. So that's why I wore the number 22 to try to go a little further than what he did, and I was blessed enough to do it. So he was able to see that and and feel like he was a part of that, which he was, because I wouldn't be here without him.
Man, that's dope, man. We are talking to my main guy, man, the one and only Dexter McCluster. He's coming in here, and if you guys got any comments, questions for him, please make sure we put him in the tagline so we can let him know you're out there. Val, the voice, taking a night off, but she ain't even taking a night off. She's in here in the audience checking us out on the cell phone. So I appreciate you, man. Please make sure again you like and subscribe to the show and share with your friends. When you're sitting in there and before the key come up and like I say you're playing and you get this punt return, what was your work ethic like? Because Dex, man, you talked about it before. I'm on the basketball, you on the football. We talk about these new kids, they want it because NIL is right here, right now. Everybody wants
Right.
the bag, but they don't want to put the work in. And you just mentioned a moment ago, it's kind of like myself, hey, you're doing all that work and people telling you to slow down. I've had a couple of good athletes like that that's been very quick, fast. I'm like, look, I'm not slowing them down. If you want to play with them, you better speed up because the
Yes,
game,
sir.
I'm not going to put Dex out there running at 140 in a Porsche and you pull up on him at 80 because when he rolled by you, you don't even know that's him in the car. But if you
Yes,
doing
sir.
about buck 30, buck 35, you may get a chance to see him because you rolling at the same speed.
Right.
So what was that work ethic that Dad said, hey, listen, man, I done played high school ball as running back. I done been at the next level in college. If this is what you want, this is what you got to do. When did he present that to you, and what did you do to make sure that you succeeded in that?
I think it was just in everyday life, seeing my father get up at 4 in the morning. He did cement, right? So getting up at 4 in the morning, and he on the stove cooking, right? So he cooking breakfast for us because he know I'm about to get up here soon. Me and my sister's about to get up, and we need something to eat. Boom, he cooking. Now he has to go to work, so he's leaving out the door, going to work before the sun comes up, right? And I never seen him complain. He never complained in front of us.
Right.
And as a father now, I understand why he did it, right? I know he was going through some things. I know things got tough. I know it was hard. I know he felt like he had the weight of the world on his shoulders, but he never showed me. But what he did show me was get up every day and go out and get it. And
Man,
I think that's what kind of stuck with me, man. Like if you ask anybody that know me back home, they're gonna be like, oh, this dude, he's always worked hard. He's always wanted to finish first. He's always showing up. He's always a selfless type of guy, man. And that's how I am from when I was 7 years old all the way to now almost 37 years old, man. It's the same thing. I've always been unapologetically me. I've always went out and I earned everything I got. And if I didn't get it then, I guarantee you I'm gonna work harder to try to get it.
man,
So I
that's
think
dope.
that it's just seeing my dad, man, just
Yeah.
going out and getting it. I have no excuse. I got to get up and go get it, no matter what. Somebody depending on me, whether it's my teammates, whether it's my family.
That's the secret word. Somebody depending on you. That's the one thing I use all the time with my team, Dex. I say, can you play harder for the
Right.
person next to you than you
Mm-hmm.
can play for yourself? Do you know how hard I've got to play and practice if I'm going to play harder for Dexter than I play for myself?
Right. Right.
You know,
And again, if that teammate sees that, or how hard this man going for me, or this girl going for me, it has to motivate that person. You know what? I'm gonna carry my end of the bargain. I'm gonna work harder. I'm gonna
right.
try to push a little harder. I'm gonna show him that I care just as much as he does. And when you're doing that, man, good things are gonna happen.
Well, man, I'm gonna send a super shout out, man. My Uncle Thomas Burgess listening tonight down in Alabama, man. He told me that you were his favorite player to watch, dog. I just want to let you know that.
Well, tell
And
him
I
I
told him he was
appreciate
on
it,
the
man. I
show.
hope
He
he
was like,
watching, so thank you.
he didn't watch you all the way from your high school career, dog. That's what I'm talking about.
That's big. That's big. Dang. And again, you never know who's watching.
You
Somebody
never
watching.
know who's watching. Exactly
Yes,
right. And
sir.
speaking of that, we're
Yep.
going to take a break. We're coming to the close of the first quarter with the one and only Coach Tony. And this is the Pull Up Podcast Show with my guy, legendary running back, punt return specialist, and now getting his golf game together, Dexter McCluster. We'll be right back. Tony, let's play some bills real quick. We'll be back on the other side in the second quarter of the Pull Up Podcast Show. Hey, it's your main man, right back at you, coming live here from the Rise Studios, and it's your guy talking about what? Pull Up Podcast Show. What is the Pull Up Podcast Show? It's a brand new podcast hitting your airways nationwide, talking everything on sports, from baseball, basketball, hockey, and then I tell you, we're gonna have a lot of fun. So make sure if you want your questions answered, you want to have fun talking a lot of sports, make sure you pull up on me, because it's the Pull Up Podcast Show.
It's the Pull Up Podcast. It's the Pull Up Podcast. It's the Pull Up Podcast. Pull up, pull up.
Also, for those that want to learn a little bit more about this right here, oh yeah, that right there, that's the Rise, NIL, talking name, image, and likeness. Those having opportunities, getting paid, you want to tune in to it.
Sports show, let's go. It's the Pull Up Podcast show. It's the Pull Up Podcast. It's the Pull Up Podcast. It's the Pull Up Podcast. Pull up, pull up. It's the Pull Up Podcast. It's the Pull Up Podcast. It's the Pull Up Podcast. Pull up.
Man, welcome back to the Pull Up Podcast Show. We got a little clip for you right here, baby. Let's roll it, Tone.
Off to a quick start. And there's that quick high percentage pass as he throws it a flat. Dexter McCluster, Ole Miss, 4 touchdowns, 2 field goals, 2 punts, and an interception. And one of their finest openings of the season. Little draw play. McCluster busted up the middle. Touchdown, Rebels. 6'2", 305. Great poise. Again, shotgun for Snead. High percentage passes. Again, McCluster loves to have the open space. With a 4-play drive, 60 yards. McCluster from 15 yards out to take the lead. McCluster picks one tackle, tries to hug the sideline. Look better when he's got that hideout there. McCluster makes that cut 40, 45, 50, and then steps out of bounds. 7th play of this drive. McCluster turns the corner, 10, 5, dives, touchdown.
Woo, baby.
Hey, don't turn me up like that, man.
Hey, I'm about to turn you up. And the funny part about it, Dex, I could have swore, man, when I first seen some of these highlights, I know he ran track. Man.
Nah, man.
That was just them heels, that groundwork.
That groundwork, man. Like I said, we got chickens in our neighborhood, so
and chickens
we
is gonna catch. You want to eat? Go catch some chickens.
Yeah, man.
And that'll get your movement going. Catch them chickens because they ain't
exactly. A quick story, man. I grabbed one of them little eggs or whatever, trying to be cool in front of my friends and my brothers. Picked up, man. That's the first time I knew they can fly. I looked back, that thing was behind me. I dropped that egg so fast and dipped right, dipped left, and got up out of there.
Right. Hey, Dex. That's funny you say that, man, because we got some wild turkeys over here in Tennessee in my yard. Man, I didn't know they could fly, man, until like a winter. So I was trying to get that one, man, and flew over the back of the gate into the tree. I'm like, man, wow.
Right. Yes, sir.
I get it, man. So it's crazy. So you sitting in high school. So when did you start getting your letters in? Like what was like the first letter that dad or mom came home and all of a sudden they opened up and said, man, this is the first school that recruited you. You remember that school?
Yeah, South Florida in Tampa. Yeah, I was actually fully committed to him. I mean, I shut down all my visits because I wanted to stay home.
Yeah.
I felt that, hey, this is home. I can be home close to my family. I
Sure.
can be home with my friends. And I ended up I had a child at 17,
Okay.
and now she's in college right now, her freshman
Mm-hmm.
year. But everything said stay home, right? Everything
Mm-hmm.
said stay home. So I thought I wanted to be home. So that was the first one. Like, wow, my son got this letter right here in Tampa. This is it, man. Hopefully they'll start rolling in after this.
Man, and then you made the decision to go to Ole Miss and
Yes,
Starkville.
sir.
So was it that school visit? Because dog, I remember when I went up on my school visit. That was like I'm signing. Where the papers at? I'm signing tonight.
It was a different world, and I ain't talking about the show now.
Right,
You know
right,
what I mean?
right.
But yeah, so I shut down all my visits prematurely. Like, you know what? I'm staying home. This is it, right? And Ed Ogeron, heck of a
Yeah,
recruiter,
yeah,
a lot of energy. He was like, hey, let me just come sit in your living room.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm
Well,
like,
you got hold on. You got to get the raspy voice because my nephew was running back for him down at LSU, and
yeah.
come on boy, you can go on down here and run this ball down
Hey,
here.
that was pretty nice right there. Yeah, that was good. You must have practiced that one, dog. Yes, sir. But yeah, so he came to my living room in Largo, Florida. He had me hyped. He had my mom and dad up. He was like, hey, stand up, stand up. We grabbing pillows. We throwing pillows across the room. Hey, I can see you like a Reggie Bush. You put that foot in the ground, bro. So I'm like, man, this dude really got me ready to play a game in the living room. Who I need to run over right now, right? So I was like, Dad, man, I want to go take a visit. And me never being outside of Florida, never being on a plane. I was scared. I didn't know what turbulence was at the time. So
Right,
every time that plane moved, I thought we were going down, man. But
like you looking like this.
man, I'm looking at my daddy. He looking at me just laughing. I said, man, look here, this is the scariest thing I've ever been on, right? But I get down there, man, and it was like, whoa, like it's a different world out here, man. Like this is like where am I, right? And did my official visit. Everything just felt right. So before we got on the plane, I said, Dad, I know where I want to go. And he was like, where? I said, Ole Miss. And he was like, well, when we land, when we get back home, if you got that same feeling, we'll make
Let's
that
talk
call to
about
South Florida,
it.
right?
Right,
But I want you to do it I'm 17 years old, but my dad was like, I want you to do it as a man. You'll call and you'll talk to him and let him know, hey, we appreciate it, but we're gonna go to Ole Miss. And I was so scared, but him being right there with me, I knew I was all right, right? So I
right,
called them, and of course they were upset. Of course they tried to talk me out of it, but I mean, I go with energy, I go with my heart, I go with my gut, and everything said Ole Miss. And man, one of the best decisions of my life. When everybody said no, I said yeah. So
wow.
yeah. So it was now that I'm sitting where I'm sitting now. It's like wow, like that. What if I would have went here? What if I would have went there? But
Yeah.
God showed me that I'm right where I needed to be.
Oh yeah, God show you. And my coach Justin Allen said, "Hey man, what's going on, man? Which the defensive player gave you the hardest times in the league, man?" And
Woo.
we're gonna get to that question. I want you to hold on if we get that one
I'm gonna hold
because
on.
Ole Miss, my girl Stacy Wall, she is a big time Ole Miss graduate, Ole Miss fan. So you were so fast, one of our favorite players. She love you. The question that's out there is when you was at Ole Miss, man. When you walked through that door, because you had already caught a punt return in high school, you already did both sides of the ball.
Right.
How did you convince Ed to let you know that, hey, man, I really want to play both sides of the ball because I can compete like that?
Um, I think going in, my mindset was when I leave high school, when I go to Ole Miss,
Right.
red shirting was not in my mind, and I
Okay.
guess it goes back to that mindset growing up.
Yep.
What they told me was you'll have a chance to compete, not at running back because they had Ben Jarvis, Green Ellis
Yeah, Ben
back
Johnson. I
then,
remember
another
Ben
dog,
Johnson.
right? But our slot receiver is wide open, so I came with that mindset. I ain't never really played receiver before, but guess what? I'm gonna put everything I got into it, and we'll see what happens. And I ended up earning that spot. So I think they saw early that no matter what, no matter where you plug this guy in, he'll make some type of impact.
Right.
And I think my work ethic and my practices and the way I approach the game, being that size, I think they was like, you know what, hey, this dude, he can do whatever he says he can do. So we'll trust him until he shows us differently.
Right, right. And I'm going to take that question up another notch to Coach
Okay.
Jeffs was trying to talk about the NFL because we argue about this all the time, dog. I be with Slay and them on 104.5,
Yeah.
shout out to the zone, Blaine Bishop and my boys. We always be
Hmm.
talking and stuff, talking crazy. But, sitting there and starting from playing at Ole Miss, what was the tough, it's two-part question. what was probably the toughest stadium to go play in, and who was probably the toughest opponent while you was at Ole Miss?
All right. So toughest stadium that I've played in, I would say LSU.
Oh,
They get the way
down
they
in
get
Baton
rowdy. They
Rouge.
get rowdy in there, man. They get rowdy. They have some fun. So it was definitely it's hype. You know, they got they dancing going on. It's an energy type of place. Now I was never scared. Now Bone
Right,
Crusher, I ain't never
right, right.
scared. Now never scared.
The
Now,
bone crusher never scared.
but nah, that was definitely the toughest place to go in. And unfortunately, we went in there and we won that game in Death Valley. The second part of the question was the toughest defense. I would definitely say Alabama.
Bama.
The reason I would say
Best
that
at the
is,
time you was there because Bama was still tough at that time. Nick Saban
yeah,
rolled off.
Bama was Bama.
Yeah,
You know what
Bama
I'm
was
saying?
Bama at that time.
But yeah, so my thing was, man, and still to this day, I'm mad because while I was there, I never won a game versus Alabama. And later on down the line, they kind of told me why. Because me, I'm up for the challenge, but some of those guys, you know, they were a little intimidated because of
Sure, because you see
that
that, yeah, you
name.
see that name coming. It's like you
Yeah,
talk all that craziness, but then when it's game time and you see that
yep.
monster, you like, oh wait a
Yes,
minute,
sir. Yeah, right. So I'm talking about I'm getting the handouts. Boom, I'm getting popped. I'm getting lit up, but I'm getting back up. Let's go. Come on, let's go. I'm with it, right? So I'm getting so after like a couple years later, one I forgot who it was, Javier Arenas, we became teammates. I said, man, every time I played y'all, the most I had was about 50 yards. And he was like, yeah, because we knew if we stopped you, and made the team made y'all beat us in the air, then
right?
we got y'all right what we wanted. I said, well, it all makes sense. I said, well, who played me? Who was the rabbit? Who played me at y'all practice? And he said it was either me and I forgot who else. So Javier Arenas played Dexter all week, and everybody was chasing him all week. And I can tell during that game because every time I touched the ball, I was seeing them. Right. So
Right. Hey, that was them chickens in the backyard. That when you picked the egg up, you didn't realize.
say that one more time.
I said that was that egg you picked up in the backyard from that chicken.
Yeah. Yes, sir. I'm like, oh, you can have your egg back, man.
So I already know,
Yeah,
man.
man. But yeah, so I would definitely Alabama was always a tough opponent for me because I knew that I had to come with it mentally and physically.
Man, and you walked out of Ole Miss, man, with some big numbers, man, and
Yeah,
and
man.
doing some big old things, man. And when you were down there making the name for yourself, who was the other tough players on that team before you end up getting an opportunity that you knew you was heading to the league?
On our team and
Yeah,
same
Ole Miss.
at
Who
the
did you
same
play with?
position because there's people we have Mike Wallace,
Yep.
wide receiver. He running past the cornerback
Yeah,
and the
Wallace
safety
was tough.
all at the same time. No, Pittsburgh Steelers was
Yep.
he was the man there. We had Shea Hodge. I don't know if you remember another Morton, Mississippi guy. He made it in the league about a year, maybe, but didn't kind of stick. Man, we had some guys, man. Like
Yeah, y'all always ran in the middle of the pack, pretty tough, and it was crazy.
yeah.
I always get these Tennessee people yelling at me. I know they on the thing tonight. Man, how was it playing in Neyland Stadium, man?
No, I never did. They came down to Ole Miss. The only year I
Oh,
played them,
okay.
they came
Yeah,
down to Ole Miss.
so
Go
that
ahead.
was my argument all the time. So I'm a Big Ten guy, true and true, because at the time, the Big Ten was actually one of the only Power Fives that was one conference. We didn't have an East or West like
Right,
SEC and like the
right,
Big 12. So you had to win the Big Ten. You had to win it outright. And the winner obviously went to the Rose Bowl, and that's how everything got like. Then, of course, they started seeing what the SEC was doing with the Big 12, the Pac 12 at that time before it folded. And
yep,
then we had the Big 10 East and the Big 10 West. And now you got championship games coming up. But at that time in the SEC, you were playing, y'all was super duper tough because at that point, I think the SEC rolled off about, I want to say, about 5, maybe 6 national championships with LSU.
yep.
Alabama had a few,
Alabama,
Florida had
yep.
some at that time. So they were pretty tough, man. When did you realize at Ole Miss that, hey, I got a shot to go to the league? What was
When Houston Nutt came from Arizona, not
he's the nut.
Arizona, I'm sorry, Arkansas. When he came, man, I was running 110s. It was during the off season, and it wasn't just Houston. His brother Danny Nutt, he's the mastermind behind it all, right?
Yep.
He saw me here. He pulled me to the side. He said, hey, Clus. I said, yes, sir. He said, you ever play running back? I said, all my life, I've been waiting on that moment, right? And he said, man, I'm gonna talk to my brother and we're gonna get. And when he put me that Arkansas game, when he put me in that running back, I wanted to make sure that he'll never,
Ever move.
ever
Yeah.
put Well, I mean, I wouldn't say that because I played receiver too, so that helped me out in the league. But I wanted to be looked at as a running back first.
Right,
So once he did that, man, I was in my natural habitat, man. It's like almost like how the water flow, man.
right,
Everywhere I go, I was in the right positions. You know what I'm saying? So I think my junior year was when I really started coming on, and people was like, man, this little dude is explosive. We knew what he did freshman year,
right.
sophomore year, had some injuries, but this guy is electrifying. And I think just having that a coach like that with that swag, almost like an Andy Reid type of guy. He
Yep.
comes in, hey Deuce, when you score this touchdown, I want to see you dance. Like when
Come
you
on,
have a guy behind you that's letting you be yourself
yeah.
and letting you loose, the rest is history. So I
Oh,
think my
that's dope.
junior year is when I really knew that hey, it's something happening, something in the water.
Yeah, that's when you love coaches. Like funny small world, man. Because I'm good friends with his brother, Coach Dickie Nut. Dickie is my guy.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good
Yeah,
friends with Coach Dickie. Dickie at Arkansas, then he came back. So that's funny. That whole family went on into coaching, man, and all of them ended up being opposite sides in the
that's
big
cool. That's
league.
small world, man.
Hey, we got another surprise that y'all don't even know, and I don't even think Dex even know, but we're going to drop a small surprise. Tony, we're going into halftime. I got to take my squad in the locker room and talk to them, and Dex definitely got to do it coming out the football field because I don't lose no game. So we're going to go ahead and talk. Tony, pay some more bills. We'll be right back for the third quarter of the Pull Up Podcast show.
Are you a small business owner looking to grow? Introducing the KeySpot mobile app. I'm Cynthia McCluster, owner of the IT company Quality SAP. Since 2016, we have been supporting small businesses and help them promote and share their businesses, services, and events across the country. KeySpot is more than just an app. We are a network providing community. KeySpot, connecting communities and supporting small businesses.
We got a little video for you, Tone. We're gonna drop it, and whenever you ready to cue it up, let me know.
Yeah, it's your boy Dexter.
Oh Lord.
Done. Dread swinging down my hair. Everybody know I'm there. Florida boy swag and I wear it on my tag. They ask me who I get it from my dad. And if you didn't know, I got that Florida boy swag. I can switch it up and I can sing. Cause everybody know, yeah, I do my thing. I let my dread swing like Lil Wayne. And then I do my thing. Yeah, we at the Rich premiere. Yeah, I made it here. I thank the Lord every day for blessing me here. I got a daughter, she 4 years old. And Caleb Tony McCluster, that's my girl old. Yeah, I got my mama in my life, got my daddy too. Got my 2 sisters and they from Florida boys too. Yeah, I'm about to keep on rapping, cause I know Lord gonna keep on blessing me every single day when I'm on the football field. I jump to the left and I do it so real. I strike the Heisman pole, brief intermission. Swag so sick, yeah, it's so legit. And if you don't know, yeah, law goes who I'm with. Yeah, I do my thing. I always reference to him, but I let my dread swing. I got the girl on the left, on the right too. They need to come in so they can freestyle too. But if they don't want to, I got you. Lil Wayne flow, I do what I do.
Man, hey, the last I was like, and then I come to the other mic, cousin Tony Tone. See, I got this microphone, man. I'm just chilling home. I was ready.
Okay.
Man, I like Dex right here got a new career. He ready to go jump up in. Hey, Lil Wayne, watch yourself, man.
Hey, but right now, I
What?
couldn't do nothing with him. That's why he was the GOAT at the time. Still is the GOAT, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I said his name so many times.
But I love it, man, because people didn't realize you spit Largo out there. I was talking to my son. I caught that. I said, man, did you hear what he just said? He was like, no.
Yeah.
I said, man, I said he went back to the home state, man.
Yes,
Put Largo
indeed.
up in there.
That's that. I want them to be proud. I want them to.
Yes,
hey,
sir.
we in California right now, Largo.
Yes,
You know what I'm
sir.
saying?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Bella Baby, what's going on? Thank you for checking in tonight. My boy, Coach Fred Hobb, checking in tonight. My boy, J Dub, sitting in North Kakalaka, checking in with me, man. I love it, man. He always talking to me. And, man, we sitting here with my boy, Dexter McCluster, talking about getting the keys back to Largo. And now on his way to the state of Mississippi for his Sports Hall of Fame. I stamp your boy Mo Williams on this tonight too. I'm trying to get Mo up on here before everything comes in. Now, the crazy part about it is all the hard work, following dad's footstep, Ole Miss was success, and now you get drafted to Kansas City, man. Now, for everybody, this is pre Patrick Mahomes. Now, let's keep it real. Way before Mahomes got there. How did that make you feel going out to KC, man, getting drafted in that direction? Oh, I think he froze. You with me, Dex?
Yep.
Okay, Tony, you
Man,
still okay? There you go. I can hear you now, Dex. You with me?
and it was unbelievable. I didn't care what direction.
Oh, he's into the back studio. There you go. He's coming back with me. You back
Am I all
there?
good?
You all good. You go. You
I
just faded
apologize
from.
about that. If it's my
That's all
service, my
good. We
bad.
on the move trying to make it happen.
You
I
know,
was like, it was
so
like getting drafted out of KC.
yeah, so I knew within my heart, man, I had first round potential, at least second round, right? So the first day I watched it with my family at home, my name didn't get called, right? So then fast forward the second day, I had my whole family from Orlando to Tampa to Largo. Everybody came to the venue, man, and we had a draft party, and they called my name with the 36th pick of the 2010 NFL draft. Dexter McCluster, the Kansas City Chiefs. He's going there, right? So I was elated, man. We had a party. It was unbelievable just to have my foot in the door.
Man, that's awesome. And then you came in and did the same thing, man. Started returning punts, started doggone, running that backfield. Of course, me a diehard Chicago Bear. I'm a Darren Hester boy. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Once you got to the league, did you tell yourself in your head, Dex, at all, hey, this is, I love wearing that deuce. Emmitt Smith remind me, I'm going to try to run like him. Or I seen Hester run the ball back. I'm watching film. Were you sitting up late at night watching any films or any old school running backs and punt return guys to kind of emulate your game out there, like kind of what Kobe did with Jordan?
All of my college games, games, because I knew that guy was trouble. I knew like a 2 yard game looked like a touchdown. With his big, his speed, his agility, the type of player that he was, man, it was unbelievable, right? So I watched him. The Florida guy, man, he always was right on time, man. He was a competitor. He would take a step back. So I definitely emulated my game, especially my return game after Devin, man, because he was the it factor and still is the it factor and is a Hall of Famer. So why not?
Oh yeah. And then you played a few years down there at KC. How'd you took off? We'll get him back in a moment. He's got some technical issues. He's sitting in the room, giving us his time. Tony, when you see him, you'll be able to get him back on the show. But man, I thank everybody for checking in. Val the voice is checking in on what she's out there. Ole Miss 26626 checking in. Stacy had a couple good questions. And then my boy, Coach Justin, talking to us a little bit. We're talking to Dexter McCluster, my main guy, Ole Miss from Largo, Tampa, Florida area, on into KC, running the ball and the punt returner in the NFL. Man, as you guys can see, young kids especially, the work ethic. Everything he talked about was the work ethic. Talked about getting up early, making sure he does everything right. And that's where we at right now. There you go. You back in the house real quick. We had some technical issues on that phone. You good? You back with me, Dex? Can you hear me good? Can you hear me? Tom, can you hear me? Okay. Yeah, so we're back in the house with Dexter McCluster here on the Pull Up Podcast Show. Dex, you were talking to us a little bit about, following after Hester punt return and all that, and then on the running back side of the house, and then all of a sudden you get traded here to Nashville, to Tennessee, man. How'd you like that?
Yeah. So coming from Kansas City and coming to Tennessee, man, every player is always looking for that second contract, right?
Right.
So with doing that, that was a blessing in itself, man. I was just ready to get to work, man. Coming to Tennessee, a new city, and seeing my NFL career, man, I was elated to be there. And here we are, 10 years later. I'm still here, So it had a great impact on me.
Yeah, you like me. I only plan to be here for 5, man. I'm rolling on 25. So I feel you. I feel you.
It held me hostage here, man. So
Right, right. And we're gonna do it. And the cool part about it was a lot of people don't realize this. Before King Henry wore the deuce deuces, you looking at the original deuce deuce. So as you guys are sitting here in Tennessee and wearing and picking up that jersey, that old Henry jersey, McCluster, the one who introduced that 22 into Tennessee, and that Derek loved that. Man, how does that make you feel, man?
Man, it feels good, man. I mean, and every now and then you'll still see a McCluster, but obviously King Henry did his thing. He made his stamp, right? And another Florida guy too. But it's cool to see that name still hanging around. And I do a lot of work with the Titans still behind the scenes, whether it's going to Army bases or coming in to talk to the kids in the schools and things like that, man. But it just reminds me that you were there. You're a Tennessee Titan for life, and you did something worth noticing.
Exactly right, man. And what a lot of people don't understand, Dex, man, is the longevity. You guys are basically run up down that field, getting hit at full speed, and that ain't it. And you just said the magic word, kind of like in the NBA as well. Get to that second contract. And once you got to that second contract,
Yes,
you knew
sir.
where you had, you knew you had done a great thing your first 3 years. You put the work in, and now it's all going to pay off and all that. Then you was here for a couple of years, and then you finished your career out in San Diego, right, with the Chargers.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I did. Hey, rewinding back to that second contract, my first Bentley. Then I thought I made it. Then, baby.
Right. You're
But
like,
yeah,
let me get that.
yeah,
I know I'm good. I've arrived,
yeah,
Dad.
like that, right? But yes, I
I've
finished.
arrived. Largo, we on the back,
Yeah,
Largo.
we on the map, baby. I can't wait to pull that thing in the hood, baby. But
Right.
nah. So I ended up going to San Diego right before they moved to LA. Finished my career there, but I remember like yesterday, I was sitting in the meeting room just like this, watching film, and in my mind, I might even say it out loud. I said, "Man, I want to go home." And at that point, I knew that I've done all I could in the NFL. If I continue to play, man, I might miss out on some key moments with my family. So I was ready to be home at that moment. And even though when I did retire, it was a tough year for me. I couldn't watch the game of football. I couldn't. I was at home, but mentally I wasn't present. So that first year was pretty tough, man. But San Diego, I thank them for bringing me in and allowing me to finish my NFL career there.
Man, that's dope. And then all of a sudden the state of Mississippi, man, just poured everything into you, man. And now you're the part of the class of 2025, state of Mississippi, Sports Hall of Fame, man. How does that make you feel, my brother? You with me, Dex? You with me there? Can you still hear
Can
me?
you hear me? Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
with
I
you, man. I apologize
okay.
about this. It would
That's
it
all.
would act like this, but you know what?
I
You
know
can't
you in
look.
that office.
You can't stop what's destined to happen, baby.
Right. I know you in that office. I was just saying you got that one up, man, from state of Mississippi, man. Now they're getting ready to induct you into the State Sports Hall of Fame, man. How does that make you feel? We got Dexter got some technical issues. He's sitting backstage there at his workout football facility. Tony, let's pay our last bill of the night so we can let Dex come back and get situated. And we're going to bring that question right back to him once we know that he's good. We'll be right back on the Pull Up Podcast show. Tony, pay my last bill of the night. We'll be back to the fourth quarter. Hey, it's your main man, right back at you, coming live here from the Rise Studios, and it's your guy talking about what Pull Up Podcast Show. What is the Pull Up Podcast Show? It's a brand new podcast hitting your airways nationwide, talking everything on sports, from baseball, basketball, hockey, and then I tell you, we're gonna have a lot of fun. So make sure if you want your questions answered, you want to have fun talking a lot of sports, make sure you pull up on me, because it's the Pull Up Podcast Show.
It's the Pull Up Podcast. It's the Pull Up Podcast. It's the Pull Up Podcast. Pull up, pull up.
Also, for those that want to learn a little bit more about this right here, oh yeah, that right there, that's the Rise, NIL, talking name, image, and likeness. Those having opportunities to get paid, you want to tune in to it.
Sports show, let's go. It's the Pull Up Podcast show. It's the Pull Up Podcast. It's the Pull Up Podcast. It's the Pull Up Podcast. Pull up, pull up. It's the Pull Up Podcast. It's the Pull Up Podcast. It's the Pull Up Podcast. Pull up.
Man, welcome back to the fourth quarter of the Pull Up Podcast. By the way, Dex, my nephew laid that track out right there. Every time I hear it, it got me bouncing, boy. got me bouncing. We're going to check in with a few more folks. We got my boy Jay Smith checking in with us. Of course, we still got Coach Justin checking in. We're going to get to Coach Justin's question he had asked earlier. While you was in the NFL and the league from Kansas to Tennessee to San Diego over the course of a career, what was the toughest defense that you played against? Uh-oh. Unmute yourself, Dex.
Okay, gotcha. Can you hear me now?
Yep, I got you.
Yeah, so to answer that question, man, I would definitely say the Baltimore Ravens.
Ooh.
You got Ed Reed, you got Ray Lewis, I want to say Suggs was on it, man. We got some real deal grown men. I'm even on the field. I'm on the field talking to them like, yes, sir.
Yes,
sir.
yes.
No, sir. Right?
Appreciate that hit.
So
I thank you for that hit.
What'd you say?
You say when you get hit, you like, I thank you for that hit, sir. I appreciate it.
Woo, yeah, man, that was pretty good, man. Good job. You got me on that one, sir. Yeah, but man, it was freezing cold in Kansas City, man, and that's when I realized, man, that was my welcome to the NFL. I realized that the playoffs is a little bit different in the NFL, boy. I feel like everybody's faster, everybody's stronger, and it's a little bit colder. So you really have to bring your A game no matter what, because everything is on the line there. So I would definitely say the Baltimore Ravens.
That's what I wanted to know too, man. You sitting there because you're a Florida guy, so you use the sunshine. Then you go down to Starkville, still in the sunshine. And then you end up in the snow in the Midwest, way out in the middle of the plains, where it snows hard. When you first seen that first snowfall come, you had to play in it, man, how'd you feel?
Man, it's like, boy, my body shut down. I felt like I couldn't run. It felt like I had no knee drive. It was just, my body was saying, let's go home. My mind was like, nah, keep fighting, big dog.
Right.
Man, it was cold, man.
And that's got to be eye-opening, I know. And that's why I told people, it wasn't that the UT was overpowered by Ohio State, but the Volunteers had to come to Columbus. And they happened to come to Columbus the night that the weather was like in the 20s and it was like 6-7 inches of snow. UT can't play in that, man. They wasn't ready to play in that.
It's tough, man. You really, people say you can get used to it, but you never get used to it, man.
Right. It already,
man, it's cold.
Right, cold is cold. Now, I grew up in Chicago, Dex, so at the minute you get used to it, I tell my mama now, I can't believe we used to be outside playing football in the snow. You get tackled up in the crib.
As kids,
just shovel snow in your face. Man. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
you got some fun on that one, man. So looking at going into the Hall of Fame, what hits your mind, man? What do you want to kind of say? I know you got the speech you're working on, and tell everybody when the induction is going to be. I think it's August 2nd, correct?
Yeah. So the induction to the State of Mississippi Sports Hall of Fame. So I'll be the state of Mississippi, right? You know what I'm saying? Like that's a big time honor. Yeah, I'm a Cotton Bowl Hall of Famer. Yeah, I'm an Ole Miss football Hall of Famer. But to be recognized in a state that I'm not even from, that just shows the impact and how they welcome me and how they look at me and the body of work, not only on the field but off the field. Whether it's the genuineness that I have to stay 2 hours after I just ran 400 yards on Tennessee. I'm sorry, I had to say that. And to stay after the game and still sign those autographs. And when they telling me to come on, no, because right. So I'm excited just for my daughter to see, like, dang, that's my daddy. That's my dad. That's my father. You know what I mean? So I'm excited about it, and it goes to show you might get playing, uh, keep going, and at some point in time, man, it gets greater later. So I'm glad everybody can actually see what this little dude from Largo was able to do and accomplish, man. So it's a big time blessing. I'm thankful and grateful, that the Lord blessed me for this situation, man. So it's
You
good,
said the
man. I've
right
always
answer
been
there
the
too.
little guy on the big stage, man. That's why
Right,
I
look
love
down the
doing
big
it. As
stage.
far as
And you just said the right
no
answer,
speech,
baby.
man. I go up there and speak from the heart. So whatever comes, that's what's gonna say.
Okay,
That's what I'm gonna
I
say.
like that. And I want to know that because I'm gonna follow up with you. But I love what you just said too, man. It's just you're doing it for the community. Don't grab me now because these same fans that seeing me in Starkville are gonna be the same fans that's gonna follow me to the league. And
Yep.
if I ain't got time to sign a T-shirt or a napkin or whatever, hey, I'm gonna get demolished when I get to the league because I'm gonna need that same support. And
Yeah.
those people follow me on into the league, man, just like old Miss 626 Stacy say. Man, I love him to death. She followed you all the way to Tennessee, man. Glad that she's seen an old Miss cat running the ball here, locally, man. And now you're going
Yes,
into
man.
the state of Mississippi, and it's amazing what you just said. You're not even from there. So that just show you the body of work that you put in and the respect that you got once you got there. If you
Yes.
were able to sit down with a young kid that's following in your footsteps and trying to go high school, college, into the league, what advice would you give him?
I would give them, man, believe in yourself. Know that it's gonna be people that's gonna put their insecurities on you because they can't fathom the thought that you can do what you do. They don't believe what they see. And that's okay. Use that as fuel, but never give up on yourself and go 120% every single time, mentally and physically, man. And you can do it. No matter what it looks like, just be willing to get up every time you fall. And eventually, when you fall, you're going to get up because that's who you are as a person, as a player, as a friend, whatever it may be. So don't give up on yourself when it's not looking too good because at the end of the tunnel, it's always light.
Man, he's spitting balls for y'all, man. He's spitting balls. What's going on, TC Colbert? What's up, baby? I'm glad Ty Chicken in the house from Clarksville, Tennessee. Got my main man, Dexter McCluster, on here tonight talking to us a little bit about the Hall of Fame induction into the state of Mississippi and those kids and what they need to do. Now you moved out that space, man, and you moved on to that secondary career. Now you Mr. Fitness Guru, dog. I saw where you got like top 10 in the United States. Fitness, man, what you out there training, man? What you doing, man?
Hey,
Tell
man,
us a little about that training, man.
it's what we've been talking about the whole time. It's that mental mindset. Everybody has some type of skill set. Everybody has that greatness, whatever that greatness is inside of them, right? So I don't train for not only the sport, I train for life in general to be
Okay.
able to navigate through anything, all the adversity that's gonna come at you, right? And when they come to McCluster Fit, I'm able to get him a little piece of myself of how I was able to do it and how you can do it. And a lot of great trainers out here in this world, a lot of people that might know more than I do in this realm. But one thing I can say, when you come to McCluster Fit, it comes from a different place, and you're gonna get a different experience every single time. And it's addicting, man, because I always smile. I'm out there getting it with them. You know what I mean? So
Right.
just that encouragement, just somebody believing in me. Give me the underdog and watch what we do. Right?
Exactly.
Yes,
Exactly.
sir.
And I'm with you on that, boy. I'm pounding you and high five you
That's what
because
I'm talking
I
about.
train on the basketball side, like me and you were talking about, and I get people doing the same. They'll sometimes say, Coach Tony, you need to train you on such and such. I've even had some of my trainers I'm good friends with, they'll go out and say, hey, man, I've done everything you got to do. But, I know somebody that if you're looking for an elite trainer or a different thing, you need to reach out because I'm like you, man. I'm going to teach you the things I do. I may do it a little unorthodox. I may add some old school Bobby Knight in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
when you get finished, I'm going to mold you and you're going to be different than the old person. A lot of people think, the old, may doing old school pump face. But I tell them it's funny, Dex. I go play my AU squad. It's 16, 17 years old, right? and I had to teach him how to play 21, which is crazy. But anyway,
That's crazy. Yeah.
we playing pickup ball, and let's say I may lose, right? But then I get two or three of my players talk crazy, telling me I lost. I'm like, dude, man, look how old I am. I'm coaching you, and I still finished like 17, 18 points, and
Yep.
you got like 3 or 4. So, but then they like, yeah, all you did was pump fakes and backboard because I
That's
know
all right.
I'm good. I'm trying
Yeah.
to teach
Yeah.
you to pump fake and backboard so you can score the same 20 a night.
There you go. There you go. Yes, sir.
Hey, man. Hey, this platform is good. I can't wait to get that Hall of Fame in your hand. I want you to
Yes,
come back,
sir.
tell us about the show and how it was, man. And man, if somebody want to reach out to you and be able to get in touch and want to train with you and do something, man, give it to Tony right now so we can put it into the tagline. How would they reach out to you, man?
Yeah, to reach out to me, man, they can always go on McClusterFit.com. Also on Instagram, McClusterFit, all one word. In my bio, it has my calendar. If you want to go on there, check it out, see what days work for you, see what times. On X, I was almost about to say Twitter. On X is the same thing,
I
Dexter
still call it
McCluster.
Twitter.
Yeah, all the way through, right? So, man, I tell everybody all the time, I'm the best non-hidden gym here in Tennessee. So come find me. It ain't
Ooh,
hard
I
to.
love it. I
Yes,
love
sir.
it. I love it. So y'all want to get down? Y'all want to get to the next level? Man, all you gotta do is look him up, man.
Yes,
McCluster,
sir.
man, find it, man. You gotta find Dexter McCluster. If not, you may be working on your game, but you ain't really working on your game. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
real now. That's
Hey,
real.
hey man, Dex, man, I love you, boy. I appreciate it. Don't go nowhere. So hang on here. We wrap
Yes,
up.
sir.
But man, we've been sitting here listening to a great conversation with my boy Dexter McCluster as he's getting ready to take on August 2nd down in the state of Mississippi. Get a chance to get into the Sports Hall of Fame. You know, of course, we love him here in Tennessee because he was the original Deuce that wore before Mr. Henry did, and he did his thing in Largo. Trust me, this young man has represented you very well. So for the mayor, I give you 2 hats off and a big, big thumbs up for giving this brother keys to the city. You know, it's been, and speaking of you, Dex, I'm doing the same thing, man. You know, I'm working with my own brand right now, The Rise. You see the logo right here.
Yeah.
NIL, man, since NIL has dropped down the last few years, if you want to be able to unleash your potential and be able to get everywhere you got to be, you want to work with me in terms of some brands, then reach out to me at www.therizenil.com, where we make sure we match brands and athletes together so I make sure we both unleash our potential. And also, my sidekick, even though she's not with us tonight, she's out and about doing her thing. Val the Voice Johnson. Man, she came up with a book that she released, and her book is called How a DJ Saved Her Life. And the QR code is right there. Make sure you guys get it on the electronic. And also, the book comes in paperback. So if you want Val to have the opportunity to autograph it, make sure you pick up a copy of How a DJ Saved My Life. And also, Dex, man, we do it so ambidextrously, man. On Tuesday nights, I roll up out the sports side of the house, and tomorrow night we have a show called Interludes Talk on Tuesday. That's our music and entertainment side of the house. And unfortunately, tonight, silence for Jamal Malcolm Warner, who lost his life down in Costa Rica swimming earlier. It's hard because I grew up with his brother at the time I was in school, Dex, watching the Cosby's, man, and just look at
Yeah.
his career. And he was 54 years young. So we're going to talk about that tomorrow night. So make sure you guys tune in to Interludes Talk on Tuesdays, where we give you guys everything that's happening in entertainment and sports related. You know, hey, man, this has been absolutely excellent, man. I love you because next
Thank you.
week, if I can get your boy, get Mo Williams up on here and complete that 1-2 punch.
Yes,
Man,
sir.
both of y'all brothers down to that opening ceremony, man, after coming on the Pull Up Podcast show. But hey,
Yes,
man,
sir.
we do it like this, Dex. Put them deuces up like you got them deuce like you already been wearing for life.
Yes,
Appreciate
sir.
y'all being on the Pull Up Podcast show with your boy Coach Tony. But I gotta say peace.